Alright, so we got a new and very interesting AI tool called Yahoo Scout, and honestly this tool has flown under my radar for quite some time, and only recently I got access to this AI tool. Now, in case you didn't know, this is basically Yahoo's latest attempt to crawl back to their original DNA, which is a search engine tool. But of course, this is 2026, so it is not complete if not involving AI into the mix. But I would say the implementation is pretty good. The quality of the answer using Yahoo Scout is quite decent, and I could see myself using this tool very often in the coming months, and perhaps maybe in the future this could be a good alternative to Perplexity AI. I'll explain about that later, but basically what you need to know about Yahoo Scout is it is using a foundational model from Anthropic, which is the Claude model. That's why the answer is pretty good. And secondly, it is using the API from Bing for the indexing and crawling data. So a lot of websites are being indexed and crawled by Bing, and then Yahoo Scout is just using the data from Bing to get the info and then compile everything using the Claude model into Yahoo Scout. And this is quite a standard practice. And by the way, Perplexity is also using the API from Bing to get the indexing data. This is again very common. Now, I've been using Yahoo Scout for several hours, and I can attest that this is actually quite a decent tool. There are some features that I do really like in Yahoo Scout, and I wish they exist in other tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and even Perplexity AI. So this is one example where I just asked AI to find me AI news today, and this is the answer. So one thing that you will notice right away in Yahoo Scout is the answer is very structured. It's almost like it is following the exact same prompt or the exact same template every single time. So it's going to be a paragraph at the very beginning, and then there is going to be the main article or perhaps the main source, something that you can learn further by visiting the website. And after that, you can see a table. And honestly, I'm not complaining. This is actually pretty good, and I wish I can see more tables in other AI tools. And also after that, you can see a bullet list or perhaps some paragraphs, and maybe depending on your query, it may give you some articles or links to the latest news that might be related to the topic. And of course, at the very end, you can see the sources or the websites that were used by the AI tool to find information. And this is again quite similar to Perplexity AI. Usually you can find the content or the sources where AI got the information from. Now, let's go back to Yahoo Scout. So here, there are a few things that I do really like about the navigation in Yahoo Scout. Now here, if you click on the name of the chat, you can actually see this drop-down menu. You can open it. So this will make the process of jumping from a particular section of the chat faster and easier. We don't have that in Gemini or ChatGPT, so that's pretty cool. And speaking about navigation, there is one feature that I really like, which is a table of content. So this is very simple, but again, we don't see that in the big names like ChatGPT, Gemini, Mistral, and even Perplexity AI. So this is very simple, but it's very useful, especially if you have very long conversation with AI. Now, other than that, this has a very similar UI to your typical AI tools, and at the moment it's still very basic. There is not much we can do other than finding information or chatting with AI, and even that is very limited. So first, we cannot upload images or upload documents. That's just not possible, at least at the moment. And secondly, it is not trying to be ChatGPT, it is not trying to be Gemini, it is not trying to be your typical AI companion or AI chatbot. So if you're asking, let's say you want to chat with AI, you want to tell your story, or you want to find some solution, I don't think it's going to give you an answer. So this is one example where I asked AI to be, a friend, where I want to share, where I can share my story, and it gave me this number. So I think it just thought that I'm suicidal or something, so it's not continuing the conversation. But I would say that could be very useful in some situation. And this is also a good approach because it is not trying to be the same like any other AI tools. It is just trying to be an AI tool for research, and that is quite similar to the early days of Perplexity. It is a tool that you can use only for doing a research on the internet, and it is very good at it. Now, in Yahoo Scout, even though it is using the model from Anthropic, which is the Claude model, and it is very good at coding, but unfortunately, I think the coding feature is not available. I think they are intentionally disabling the coding capability of Claude in Yahoo Scout. So this is my attempt to get an SVG code of a white duck on a lake, but well, I just got this answer. It is basically just an instruction on how to create the code myself. Not something that I want, but yeah, you can see that this is definitely not a tool for coding. But perhaps in the future, they are going to add more features, or perhaps at least a way where we can create a code using Yahoo Scout. We don't have that yet, but maybe, just maybe, we can see that in the future. And if you look at the announcement in this article, it says that they are going to add more features. They're going to make the tool be more personalized and add more capabilities in the coming months. So that's going to be very interesting. Right now, it's bare bone. It is very simple, but I can see that it has a good potential to beat or at least capture some market from Perplexity AI. And speaking about that, right now, there is an ongoing issue in Perplexity AI. So if you navigate to Reddit, the subreddit of Perplexity, you cannot go more than 3 posts of people not complaining about the new restrictions in Perplexity. So on the early days, actually just a few months ago, Perplexity is still very generous. If you subscribe for $20 a month, you'll get plenty of credits every single day. But right now, the amount of credits that you will get every day is so little to the point that it is not usable. Like for example, here I cannot use some big models like Gemini, GPT, and Sonnet on my Perplexity account anymore, even though I'm subscribing to the Pro version. So I only use it for maybe 10-20 times today, and as you can see, I got 0 credits remaining. That is insane. That just doesn't make any sense. And remember, I pay $20 a day and I can get hundreds of messages in ChatGPT for the same amount of money. So this is just unacceptable, and that's why so many people are complaining about this new policy and Perplexity, and overall the quality of the answer has been declining a bit for a while. So I think if the team behind Yahoo Scout can do something about it, I think they can capture some market from Perplexity, because this still has becoming unbearable. So I'm hoping that Yahoo Scout can be a great alternative for Perplexity AI, at least in the coming months. And I'm hoping that to happen because I think Perplexity needs some good competition. Now, another thing that you need to know about Yahoo Scout is right now, unfortunately, this tool is only available in the USA. In fact, I have to use a VPN service so I can open this page. So that is very unfortunate, but again, hopefully they can roll out the feature or the tool to other countries so I don't have to use VPN, because again, it has a great potential to be a great AI tool for research or finding content on the internet. So that's basically a few things that I found in Yahoo Scout, and I highly recommend for you to actually try this tool if you have access to, and just give it a try and see if this could be a great AI tool for finding content or researching something on the internet. So that's basically it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on my next video. Have a great day.